Welcome back to my messy downstairs. We're going to clean up and chat about a few things. Today we are talking about the 3 or so things that help me thrive in this season of life. This season being, I got little kids. I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I work from home. I keep my kids at home. Everybody just lives under this roof. Yeah, this season of life is just crazy and it's fun, and I also have to use this as an opportunity to clean up. Join me. My daughter is Zoo. She made a zoo right here. Without a doubt, the only way that I could answer, you know what, I'm doing okay, is by practicing these rules of life. The first rule, we'll get straight into it. It is having anchors. An anchor is kind of this like non-negotiable thing that I need to make sure I get done. Kind of like straighten up this camera shot in order to be able to mentally cope with everything that's going on. So I have, at this point, 3 anchors, and obviously the days are variable. Sometimes somebody is sick, I don't get all 3 done. That's fine. The goal is to get all 3 done, but honestly, if I just get 1 of those 3 things done, I am winning so hard in my day. If I don't get any of the 3, I am kind of dysregulated and I'm a mess. The first non-negotiable anchor is fitness, and I think honestly, yes, everybody's life is variable, but fitness should probably be an anchor for anybody's life. And that's not personal opinion, that's just science. Like, that's brain science. Call me Andrea Huberman. I'm sorry, but you can't argue with science. Exercise, I'm gonna butcher this. From my understanding, exercise reduces cortisol in the body. Cortisol is a stress hormone, i.e. exercise reduces stress. Or, from my experience, at the very least, helps me regulate the stress. When my body is fit, my mind is fit, so it really helps me make better nutritional decisions. It helps me deal with like the random stresses of the day. I can skip a day or 2 and not exercise because sometimes life demands that. I would recommend it. It doesn't have to be this extravagant like weightlifting session. Personally, I enjoy weightlifting more than like cardio stuff, which is probably why I'm so out of breath cleaning and talking at the same time. We don't judge here. We're just trying to move our bodies in some way, shape, or form. So that's exercise. Number 2 anchor that I have personally is, if I can remember it, I have to get up before my kids. It doesn't have to be a long morning routine, but if I wake up with the kids, it's kind of just insane. Our friend Jess said she woke up with her kids, which means that she took care of everybody except for herself. I think that's what she said. And that'll preach. Sometimes it's like this big, beautiful morning routine where I meal prep and work out. Sometimes, just being honest, it's just a doom scroll. I wouldn't recommend doom scrolling first thing in the morning, but you know, sometimes it's just tough out here. Do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, waking up before the kids, super duper helpful. The third kind of anchor that I have in my life personally is getting myself ready for the day. Mind you, I work from home with my kids. Sometimes I just live in my sweatpants, especially if it's cold outside. I'm not trying to look cute. But again, speaking out of both sides of my mouth, I am a better person when I get myself ready for the day. So do as I say, not as I do. Get yourself ready for the day. Is this place looking any cleaner? I don't feel like it is. Last thing before we move on to rule number 2 is I truly think that there is a science to all of this. My first 2 points are very scientific, neurological, brain driven. I'm gonna butcher this, but there's like word on the street is if you wear your shoes inside, like have a pair of inside shoes because outside shoes are gross, but if you wear your shoes inside when you work more efficiently. It's the same thing as working horizontal in bed versus at a desk. You're probably more productive at the desk. If I do one of those 3 things, I'm having a great day. If I'm doing all 3 of those things, all 3 of my anchors, I'm killing it. I probably should like make a 4th anchor just to have like 4 corners, but we only got 3 today. We can only handle 3. You can barely handle 3. Okay, my second rule is creating momentum through movement. If I'm stagnant, for example, sitting on the couch, whether it's like nursing Zion or whatever, just sitting on the couch, if I'm stuck physically, I feel stuck mentally. So even if it's a day where I need to not exercise. Or let's say like a couple of months ago, I had an unexpected appendectomy, which means my appendix was removed. When you have surgery like that, you're not working out. So how did I create that momentum through movement? In that specific example, I read books. I read a book. I don't want to flex too hard. I read one book. But that was a big thing for me. Instead of just choosing to sit there and doom scroll, you know I love a doom scroll, I was like, I need to feel like I'm doing something productive. So I read a book while I was kind of bedridden for a couple weeks. Less dramatic examples can look like exactly what I'm doing now, which is cleaning. If I wake up and I'm having a slower morning, maybe my head is just not there, maybe I'm kind of in that like downward spiral, but I want to course correct, I'll just start cleaning. I'll wake up, maybe run my hands under the sink, cold water. That's another like science-y thing. Don't ask me to quote or cite the source. If you need help regulating and just like resetting your brain, running your hand under cold water does something to the brain. I don't know what it is. Again, I'm not Andrew Huberman. Don't ask me to cite my sources. All I'm telling you is that word on the street is if you move your body physically, mentally, if you have movement, you create momentum. It's like I'm a parked train and I just have to move it. And once it starts moving, we make better decisions. So it works for me, might work for you. That's all I'm saying. I bought our daughter some flowers. They're still in the wrapper, but she was so happy. So $4 at Trader Joe's, very well spent. I should put it in like a thing, but she likes to just walk around with it. Love that for her, love that for me. Bonding. Look at the little sleeping boy, look at that booty. Oh, I love it. Okay, the first two things were really like brainy and science-y. This is a fly gun, by the way. You shoot salt at it and it's actually really fun to kill flies. I digress. This last thing is honestly kind of a no-brainer. It's just simple and it doesn't take any level of personal discipline. And that is anything that comes to my mind. For example, we need bananas. Hey Siri, add bananas to grocery list. I use Siri to remind me of things, and it truly is not impressive. It just helps my brain feel a lot more empty. As a mom and as a parent, just in general, it's really easy for your brain to just get cluttered up with like the next 3 steps that need to take place in order to have a successful day. That's not always necessary. So just if something comes to my mind, I literally get it out as soon as I can. When I do laundry, I don't want to have to worry that I'm going to forget to take the clothes out of the washing machine and put it in the dryer and then they're going to stink. I don't need to worry about all that. I just set a reminder. I can do it from my watch or from my phone. So if you have an iPhone, start making reminders for yourself. Like, be nice to your brain. It does a lot. My house is a little cleaner and I'm thrilled about that. I'm truly not doing it all. Don't get it twisted. I think my son's waking up. I need to finish this really fast. I'm not doing it all. I'm just trying to share some of the things that have been helping me. Honestly, the first one, those anchors, I like go hard on the anchors. If you're gonna start anything to try to improve your life, especially if you are a busy parent, create those anchors. Okay, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, and you probably should consider subscribing because we're just doing our best. I need to go upstairs to put my son back to sleep because it's 3:45 and I know that he's got another 45 minutes left in him. So I don't know how to end this video. My brain has gone back into parent mode. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not already, and I need to go put our son back to sleep. So I gotta go, bye.
Oh, parenthood is so peaceful when you do it right. All you have to do is be very intentional with your kids, and then everything is very peaceful and they follow directions. And everyone's happy.
Always.
They're content. They have what they need, and all they need is love.